while since we've done a project or install of a new part. I've been working on the garage, as you can see. I started moving stuff over, clearing some things out, getting the attic all cleared out up there, or the upper portion up here of the garage, getting that all cleared out. Got a bunch of junk taken care of. Started moving a few things over just for now. And we got the bike in here. I ordered the 2018 CVO seat, which is right here. So we have the front and rear seat, and we're going to switch it over. My wife hates this seat, and I can understand why. It's very, very thin. I don't mind the front seat. Excuse me, it works good as a rider, but not as a passenger for the rear. So we're going to switch it over, and we're going to see what it takes to do it. So let me get you set up, and we'll get that taken care of. I don't know if I'm going to have to purchase any extra hardware, but as of right now, I don't think so. And my next video I'm going to do is I bought some new hard lower for the front, so I'm going to assemble them. So you have to check that video out as well. So we're going to get this done first, and we'll see what we have to do. Obviously, most of you guys know that most people video using GoPros, and that's what this is. This is GoPro on a little handheld tripod mount. So that's why the video quality is what it is. They're the most, I'm not going to say cheap, but the most cost-effective way to give you a large assortment of video capturing capability in something very, very small. So I'm going to remove the backrest first, just to get it out of the way. Just going to set that up here. Then I'm going to grab a flat blade screwdriver, and we have a screw here and a screw here. Or sorry, not a flat blade, a Phillips. So I like to use the larger Phillips, which is right here. Small handle. That's got a large surface area, so we're just going to take this guy off. So I'm not exactly sure how this comes into play with the new seat, so we'll see. I'm just going to set that over here. And yes, the weather has been crazy here in Michigan. It's almost 50 degrees today. Tomorrow is supposed to be in the mid-20s. And my sinuses are just going crazy. I constantly got this sinus headache going on. So, now there's the sock seat. That's how easy that is to remove. So, let's see how this one goes on. Put that up here. Yeah, I think I'm going to grab some wireless wash and clean this up before I put the new one on. So let me go do that real quick. Okay, got my wireless wash towel and my Adams wireless wash. I'm just doing this to get rid of any of the dust right here. I'm just going to do a single pass to capture it like that. When you flip, you do the same thing on this side. And you can usually find an edge. That's a little weird right here. Huh. Well, that's weird. Paint was kind of funny. It was rubbing, like the seat was rubbing. Rubbing the dirt in. Yeah, must have been from the seat or something. Yeah, looks like it. Scuffed the paint as well as the black brackets. I'll show you that here. Check this out. These are new. I put them on a couple months ago. You guys saw that video when I installed these brackets. See right here? You see that? I scuffed it. And then look at it right here. All the way around, including here. That's not good. Well, hopefully we don't see it. If we see it with the new seat on there, we might have to polish it. So I think the new seat's going to attach here. Well, let me see. Let's take it out. There's the passenger. Here's the rider. So here's the rider. Yeah, I think the new seat attaches there. So, see? Check that out. Right from Harley Davidson. to attach there. I'll cut this tag off. So let's see this one too. There's the passenger. And I'm not sure. So there's the passenger. I'm not sure if it also slides on there. I think it will. So I'm going to take those two off. That is an 11mm. Hook on the fuel tank with the other one hooked. Tucked in there. There we go. It is hooked. Huh. Definitely doesn't seem right. Yeah, there's a big gap here. I don't like that. Huh. Hopefully there's a different bracket. You know what, there might be a different bracket to attach. And I don't know. Because this seems like it should be like tucked up in here. Like so. In that case, this will never reach that way. And then this one. So that lines up there. Yeah, so I'm definitely missing a bracket. And then obviously we'll go around like that. So let's do work side this. Maybe. That's pretty loose. So there must be a different hardware bracket I'm gonna need. That's just a little washer to hold this on, because this should be much tighter, right? Right here. Either that or it goes underneath or something. We'll have to see. So I'm not looking to see if there's any more parts in there, but that's kind of the idea of what it's gonna look like. That's the CVO seat on just a regular street guide special. I went with the orange just because of a little bit of pizzazz, but I don't know. I think it looks good. This should be a much better seat. So I'm gonna have to look into that bracket. So stay tuned. I'll finish the video when I find out what's going on. All right, this is the next day. The seat I couldn't finish. Okay, come to find out, there is a special type of nut you use on these bolts here to allow the rear seat to slide in and then basically you bolt down right there. So I ordered all the hardware for that, as well as a matching backrest for the stitching. And then I've also noticed when you put the CVO on a standard bike, apparently when you line up, there's rear holes right here to the bolts, right there. You end up with this gap. So what it seems to be, according to the forums I've seen, is you shove it forward. I think I'm gonna have to do some polishing on this a little bit and a little around here to clean this stuff up. And I'm gonna line that up nice and tight like that. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end up taking a Dremel. And I think I'm gonna take, because it seems like it lines up to the outside edges of these slots. I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna slot it with a Dremel like this a little bit, so it comes towards us. So, and then it'll bolt down right there, and then the other one will slide on. I'm going to have to polish some of this out right here, and that on the other side there, and a little bit here and there from where the original OEM seat was, I guess this is OEM, the factory seat was rubbing. But yeah, I think I'm going to like it. We'll have to see. It seems like it's going to be a different fit. I'm going to sit on it and see. This is a good idea, I think. Oh yeah. Sit a little bit lower, I think. Feels like you sit a little lower. So, yeah, we'll have to check that out. So the good thing about this is I can obviously always go back. I can always put it back. But this, I mean, this is a nice seat. People have commented about it, and I'm willing to try it out. So, okay, it's been almost 2 months since I've done a video. Basically, my job changed at work, and my boss moved on to another facility, and I took over. So it's been pretty stressful and a change. It's something I was kind of anticipating was going to happen eventually, but I didn't know when it was going to happen. So I've been kind of trying to cope with that, and the fact that when I ordered the rest of the parts to do the seat conversion over to the CVO, board tracker took like 6 weeks to get the parts shipped, and then I waited another, I ordered in January, so I waited another 2 or 3 weeks after they said they were shipped, and I checked on them, and they're gone. They were lost. And then I had to actually file a Better Business Bureau claim against them in order to get my $150 back, which really sucked. I don't know if it was because they had an issue with their parts area or what happened, but I have had great success working with them guys, and I will give them another chance. I don't know, they didn't post why they were having issues with their parts department or what was going on, but anyways, I ended up going to my the dealership where I purchased the motorcycle at. That was at ABC Harley in Waterford, Michigan. I explained to them guys what happened and exactly what I was looking to do, and they were more than willing to help me out. I mean, they're actually really awesome. I mean, they even offered to assist me putting it together, which obviously I want to do this myself anyway. But and that means the guys in the parts department were gonna come outside if I brought all my stuff up there, and they were gonna help me do it. I didn't have to go pay them. And that's because there's some parts that I didn't know you had to buy to also go along with this kit. So this is what we got, okay? So we got the CVO seat. I'll put the part number for the seat inside the description, but all these individual components you need to purchase separately. So you can take a look at this, sorry. Say that number right there. That is for the nut. that goes on there, okay? You gotta buy 2 of those. You don't have to do this, but this is the retaining piece. There's the part number right there. That is to attach rear here. It makes it a thumb screw, so make the rear seat a quick disconnect. So that's that piece there. I'm gonna set this down. Okay. We have the strap. You gotta purchase that separately. There's the strap. Okay. And then you have these parts here. One of these was opened already because I looked at it, so let's get it open. This is a little pad. I just had this sitting here. Little pad that actually attaches or sits on top of the rear fender to prevent the bottom side of the rear seat from hitting, and they actually sit here. There's one that goes here and one that goes here, and there's no guides, no nothing. There is just an adhesive strip. Let me open up that real quick and then I'll come back up. So that's this piece here. This is just sitting here. There's no, you can just basically position it anywhere you want on here. I have a pretty good idea. I took a picture of the CVO inside the dealer, but there's that's that part there. So basically I took some pictures and it has to do with, there's an alignment here and then they're basically even with this edge of the fender here. And then the guy said to basically position it with some masking tape, a rough positioning, and then have the rear seat attached, and then take the front seat attached, and then take the rear seat and slide it into place, and make sure it sits all the way down in here, and you can kind of manipulate it around where it has to go, and then get a good alignment for it. And then I'd probably use a grease pencil or something in order to get myself an outline or something like that, which is probably what I'll do. I'll take a grease pencil once I get it positioned, and I'll mark the ends so I could take the 2-way adhesive, which is on the back here, pull it off, line it up, and stick it on. So. But another problem with a CVO seat on a standard street bike or any other non-CVO, because this is a non-CVO, the CVO version is different than this one. It is actually longer. If I take the seat, let me put this down. If I take this seat and I install the seat the way it should on the holes here, which you can see it lined up right there, okay? You end up with that gap right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take some black vinyl. I'm going to vinyl wrap this piece of metal here so it's a little better. And then I'm going to take this and shove it forward, which you could still kind of see in there a little bit. But I think when you go to sit on it, you're going to get a little bit of light through that edge, just on that edge, which actually I think it looks pretty good when you tuck it. And then what I've been doing is centering it right here. And then I've been pushing on the screws, marking the backside. And then I'm going to drill some holes and probably slot them the same way a little bit again, so we'll tuck it in further. But what I'm going to do first is I am going to put it on like it's supposed to be installed, with the strap in the correct position. That's where my marks or my rough dimensions are for my adhesive strips are. Then I'll take it back off, drill the holes out, reposition it, and put it back together. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to video the whole thing because I'm very finagly and I like to play with it. It'll take me quite some time. I'll double, triple check everything before I drill or mark or adhere or anything. But that's basically the process. So I'm gonna put the strap on, put the thumb screws on. That's where the seat's gonna be installed, the front seat. I'll take the strips with some masking tape over each end, rough position them based on some pictures I took. I'll cue you in when I'm at that point there. I'll take the rear seat, I'll slide it on. They said make sure it attaches to the front here and the thumb screw goes down with ease, otherwise you can make it so you can't install the screw. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. There's also another thing I just want to let you know here. You can probably see in here a little bit. See this shadowing right here? Where the old seat was at, where it was rubbing on the paint, there's quite a few places, even on the black, there's some areas, and up here there's some areas. I will eventually end up cleaning it all up, removing all of this, and take my polisher and polishing that all up, just to get it off. One of the other things I did is I did get new brackets for the highway pegs. So the highway pegs will actually be extended out, and they'll be sitting out in here in this range over here. I'll be installing that on here as well. And today happens to be the warmest day it's been in quite a while. It's about 50 degrees, so I may want to take it for a ride today too. So here we go. Okay, so it was actually pretty easy to line it up, believe it or not, with the pictures I took from the dealer. but this is where it goes, right here. So you can pause it, you can do whatever, you can get a rough idea where it lines up. It lines up about even with the edge of these thumb screws, and keeping a nice line with this edge right here of the fender. Nice and straight, both sides like that. And then you can get a reference. It's about 3/8 of an inch between the back here, with it obviously attached. And then there's probably maybe 2 inches in here or so. And then they're evenly spread pretty much. So I'm gonna go take a grease pencil, I'm gonna mark the ends. I've already wiped it down with some rubbing alcohol. And then I'm gonna stick it on there. Should be good. You can pause this anytime you want, just to get a good reference. But that's it. That's just so the rear seat doesn't actually rub the paint on the fender. It sits on top of those little pieces of rubber. There's little rubber sitting on top of here. All right, let's get the rest done. Okay, I'm now doing the front seat modification. As you can see, I pressed them into place and I used the back, the top side of these screws to actually transfer to the bottom side. And all I did is drill holes. Now I drilled the holes about the same diameter as what the slot would be, except I'm a little tiny bit off. So I think I'm gonna open it up left and right, just like their factory ones are a little bit. I don't want to oversize these because it's just gonna weaken this material here. But it's really, really close, and this gap is gone. So I may just leave that just like that, and I kind of like the way how this is nice and tight right here, and everything's fitting really nice right here. The whole flow line is actually working really well. I'm actually gonna get that, there's a heat deflector shield that goes here, I'm gonna put that in here as well. So, but yeah, I'm liking the way this looks. Nice and clean. So a little bit more, and I think I'll have it. So it's not too bad. I like the way that orange stitch looks as well. The backrest pad has the same stitching in it. I replaced it, so that looks pretty good too. So continue going. Okay, well, this mod is done. I do have to say it turned out pretty good. Nice gap, actually no gap. Seat turned out really good. Even with this, shifted up like 1/4 of an inch or whatever it did, everything turned out well. Thumb screw, I put the little insert in there. They have you do it after the fact, but it turned out good. Give a little contrast, a little color to the bike. So I'm not sure the intent of having this strap sit right there, but I know what'll end up happening is my wife will end up taking the strap and pulling it up like that and using it like that, which is no big deal. I mean, I do like it looking like this. Kind of keeps it tucked down in there, a little cleaner look. And then obviously I'll have the backrest down there for her to use. Most of the time I'll be riding, it'll just look like this. So I think I'm gonna take it for a spin. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh, gotta change my tabs on my plate. I had those in the house, so I just gotta swap that out real quick. But that's the CVO. I think it's a 2018 seat. Now, this is a 2017 bike. This is a 2018 seat. I believe so. 2018 or 2019. I think it's a 2018 because the new one I thought was red. They don't have orange now, and I like the orange. So typical orange and black for Harley Davidson. I like it. I like the cross stitch pattern. I think it's kind of cool. So, well, with this channel I do random crazy stuff. It's just me. I just like to modify everything, and this bike I've done a lot of mods to already. I've had it a little over 2 years. But stay tuned for more. I still have a lot of things I want to do with this thing, mostly cosmetic. I have been debating the 114 conversion. I have been debating that. I'm thinking I may want to do that myself, but I haven't decided yet. That's future. I'm not sure. I keep going back and forth on that one. It's like $3 grand for the parts. And if I have the dealer do it, it's going to be another $2 grand. So I may do it myself and then have them tune it since I already have the tuner. And I would leave these exhausts, which they're the CVO exhaust. So All right, or Screaming Eagle, I'm sorry, there's Screaming Eagle mufflers, which I believe is CVO anyway. But, all right, well, thanks for watching.